Hello and welcome to the webinar Tips on Moving to a New Interactive Content Management Platform. 3 paramount points to pay extra attention to. My name is Olga and together with my colleague Alexandra, we will focus on how to make the content transition period to a new CRM or content management system smooth and ensure you can use it further with minimum adaptation.
Over the past several years, there has been lots of pharma marketing content generated and billions of dollars spent, and the priorities are also set on improving customer experience and cross-channel marketing, requiring new content to be developed, updated, or adapted to new channels. To make sure that the existing content is not a dead weight, the smooth transition from channel to channel or system to system needs to be ensured. So let us go through the top principles of moving to a different content management system.
To make the content migration process an easy one, a solid foundation must be laid. To begin with, you need to have a proper understanding of your content and how you will manage the migration. While accessing your content, note down the things you're willing to migrate and the ones you can ignore. If some parts of content are not important to you, you can delete and eliminate them during the migration process.
The next step is taking your content inventory and creating a strategy for moving it to your new platform. This step includes combing through and assessing content and deciding what to take with you and what to leave behind. If content isn't necessary, it can be deleted and excluded from the migration process.
You need to note down the amount of cleanup and revision processes that would be required during migration. It is very important to categorize and tag the content while migrating it. You can make a checklist noting what type of content needs to be migrated and who owns it. The overall purpose behind this mapping is to make it easier to use, search, and filter the content. These are the top 3 points you need to pay attention to before migration.
Well, imagine that now it's a time to migrate your content, and here you have the option: do everything manually or automatically between all the available channels, CLM systems, and devices.
And after the migration process is over, you need to test and review everything. Check if your current content looks good, is displayed correctly, and is responsive to all devices. There are top 3 points you need to focus on after transition. First of all, it's functionality. If the content retained the initial functionality, tracking after the transition. The second is compatibility. If it works properly in the selected system and there are no blockings or overlaps of interactive elements. And the third is accessibility. If the content is properly tagged and users can locate it.
If you are migrating to a new CRM system, if your company is using several systems, for example, Viva or IQVIA in parallel, or if you wish to launch a new engagement channel to leverage your existing multi-channel assets, check out how a Viseven can support you across all these stages and make the transition period smooth and easy.
Since Wizard initially supports the complete cycle of content creation due to a powerful engine on the background, which is Wizard.js, making multi-channel content flexible, platform agnostic. Of course, this results in seamless transition, localization, and adaptation.
So, as we have mentioned, content tagging and proper organization is essential. A wizard has an inbuilt functionality, which is a wizard navigate, where marketers can locate existing assets per channel, per brand, per territory, per therapy area. You can preview them in a live mode as well as proceed with adaptation to a required system. This is the latest functionality that is going to be announced by our team very soon, so stay tuned to learn more about it.
And on the adaptation or transition stage, the modular content builder, converter, and localizers are used. Marketers can easily boost multi-channel content for a new channel. For example, remote detailing, approved email, or broadcast email.
And the actual migration to a new system takes just one click. All you need to do is just to select a platform. What is more, it is also possible to publish content directly, for example, to Viva Vault, to Viva CRM, or Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Besides it, a wizard is compatible with IQVIA orchestrated customer engagement.
And now we suggest you to see a short demo of our tool, which will demonstrate the processes we just indicated and how we can do it with just several clicks. Here you can see the main page of our tool eWizard, where all the content created by my user with me is located. From here, we will go to the global store. This is a library where all the content created by other users is stored, and different presentations and content is located. We can search this content with the help of certain filters. For example, on the left, you can see different filters with drop-down menu where we can find, for example, the assets which were created for a certain region and so on. For me, I would prefer to search for the assets I need with the help of keyword, which is also possible. So here we can see two presentations which are valid for my search. And from the global store, we can download this presentation into our own library so that we could make additional changes on it. This process takes only several seconds, and going back to the main menu, we will see that this very presentation is already in my scope of presentations. From here, we will go to the structure of the presentation, where we will see all the chapters within this very content piece, and we will be able to change any of it. For example, let's take this one. We can edit this slide with the help of our tools. And like, for example, for our marketing purposes, we will need this man to be a little younger, and we may change it with the help of content component tree. Here we can see that the carousel component is shown, and we go to the patients. For example, I pick up the second patient, and I may change, for example, patient image container. So from here we are going to the image and change the properties of it. We may select images or assets to change our content from the digital assets library, where documents may be uploaded from your computer, but also there is a function to also add a Viva Vault module to have all the necessary assets from there. So I pick up another image and change it with just several clicks. And also we will be able to change some additional information. For example, to be sure that it is the one we need. So we will change the name of this man. Let it be John, and he will be, for example, 26 years old. Pressing done and then saving the changes, we will be able to change this slide. So it will take only several seconds for us, and then we will be able to go back to our view mode, and we will see that all the changes are shown correctly. And go into the additional information about the patient, we'll see that it corresponds to our marketing needs. Another example I would like to show you is the transition possibilities of such a content. As we already indicated, there are a lot of options we can use for this content to be migrated into the other systems. And this we may see in the details of the presentation. For example, we may share these presentations with the users who can access the platform. For example, here you can see that I assigned my colleagues with different roles. For example, my colleague Alexandra may edit this very presentation, and Nina may be a viewer of it. This is very convenient for those who work on the multiple levels of improvement of the content. Then we may see that this very presentation may be converted into the document. It may be shared with the link, or it can be published to external system. For example, in my case, it is Viva Vault. Okay, and now I will show you how this publish may be easily done within our platform. For this, we go to More and press Publish. From here, we will see a number of systems that our content can be migrated to. And this number, for you just to know that this number is unlimited, so we may also create a build for other systems so that you could migrate your content easily into the system you need. But for us, we will probably choose Viva Vault now. And here we will see that this presentation will be published as a new presentation. So no previous versions were updated or were created within my account. And also we will be able to look through the guide, which will help us to make the publish process easier and faster. From here, we just press Next. And here we need to indicate some characteristics of the presentation. For example, we need to indicate the product, and let's suppose this where presentation will be used only so for this market. Below here you will see the number of slides which are included into the presentation. We may change the number of slides, so we may delete some of them. just to make the publish process faster, I will now delete some slides. So we will leave just the initial one and the one we've changed during the presentation of the edit mode. Also, we may add the slides from this very presentation, so we just need to choose either one slide or the whole chapter and get them back into the structure of the presentation. Okay, so all the settings are indicated correctly, and we press next. So here we will see the summary of the presentation, the name, the title, product, and so on, and the number of slides and the information about the slides. Now for the publishing, we just need to press the publish button and the process will begin. Usually it takes up to 1 minute for the whole process to go through. It depends upon the number of slides and the complexity of slides, which are out of which the presentation is composed. So we can see all the progress of the presentation creation. And we can see that the document is being created and uploaded right away. Yeah, and just to remind you, this is a live streaming session, and you may ask your questions in the question box. We will get back to them in the end of the presentation. And you can now see that the publish of the presentation has the status successful. That means that we will be able to see the published content within the Viva Vault account. And also from the eWizard platform, you will get a notification to your email. There you will be also able to see the status of your publishing. And for now, we will just give you some more information about this tool.
So, why brand managers and marketers love a wizard? First of all, it gives you more time for creative work and less for routine. Also, significant saving of time and budget for digital content creation and management. Unlimited flexibility and speed in launching new channels, as well as seamless integration with internal tech ecosystem and less effort for agency collaboration. The process is more transparent.
Yes, and this is how you can easily move to a new system with a wizard. And we would like to announce also that next month, Viseven team is exhibiting at IFO Pharma Marketing and Customer Experience Conference. And we offer a great discount for the webinar attendees, $100. So you will be able use it while entering the code Viseven Pharma when you register online at the link you can see on the screen. And don't worry, we will also send this link to you with the follow-up letter after the webinar.
And this is not all. We have a special checklist to help you evaluate how engaging your visual aids are and get tips and inspiration on how to improve them. You will get the link as well in the webinar follow-up email soon.
Yeah, and I believe for now this is time to go back to our questions, if any, and let me check the chat window for the questions. Yeah, and I can see one question coming from Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. And the question is it available for pharma companies or for agencies? And yeah, to answer this, I would say that this tool is actually for both. It can be used by the pharma and by the agency employees. For example, it can be used by internal teams as well as shared with the agencies. And there you can manage services for multi-channel content creation, localization, and transition, and then deliver it to target systems with the help of eWizard.
So, thank you so much for the attention and engagement. See you on the next sessions. Have a nice day ahead.
Yeah, thank you, and we hope to see you at our next webinars and hear from you at the info@viseven.com.